Hey guys, Eric and Jim here to talk about what we think maybe the final trailer for Hunger Games
Possibly,
Mockingjay Part 2.
possibly, but who knows? I have a feeling we're probably going to get one more, at least TV spots too.
Yeah, but this is certainly the biggest trailer, I'd say. And it kind of really shows the epicness of this film. I will say that it shows, as someone who's read the books, it shows a lot that I will not give away the full spoilers on. But let's just go back here and just say, look, you've got your two main enemies, and she certainly seems to be in a place with the right rose, which
Yep.
signifies snow. Maybe, just maybe, these two might come face to face one more time.
I would think that's probably a good bet for your final movie.
It
I'd
is.
like to point out that she is once again wearing a wig.
Yeah, what she's talked openly about after dyeing her hair for the first couple movies and it kind of messing up her hair, she's decided to wig it for the last couple of installments here.
Now, I have not read the books. You
Uh-huh.
have. The
The Peacekeepers.
yeah. Are we in? We're in Panem right now. Or
Well,
are
yeah,
we in
we're
District?
yeah. The Capitol plays a huge role. You can hear them talking in this trailer about this is the movie where they are going to go into the Capitol and really this war that was beginning last movie really escalated. As you hear, this character talking about all 13 districts are now actually united against the Capitol. And they're going to go in. But, the cool thing in this film, and I know a lot of people were disappointed by the last one saying, because they split the book and they basically put the slow setup part as one movie. This is going to be a big one. And while there are no Hunger Games per se, as they say, kind of are Hunger Games because the people who designed the Hunger Games are now ready for them and have set up these traps. Finnick is saying right now, welcome to the Hunger Games, that will basically put them in the same scenario. They are ready for them coming in, and they are going to have a lot of things set to stop them here.
They've created their own monsters.
They've created their own monsters. A lot of we didn't talk about the first shot of this trailer, but you kind of get other shots here of a lot of the smoking of the city that things are going to really escalate.
That kind of them coming together though as a group, didn't it? It's almost like a musical. I kept waiting for them to burst into like a Muppet song.
Maybe they do. Maybe it's like Bane's group. How they seem like they're ready. I like this little touch here though because in all the Hunger Games films, the whole idea that it's all about presentation, everyone's putting on a show. So here
Yeah.
we presume it's like they're getting ready to go in for this big thing, but he's still being made up. They're always conscious of how it's like. I mean, obviously there's a lot of self-reflective meta nature to this whole series, and yeah, they're always got to be good in their hair and makeup. Go back here
Who's
a
that?
second. Because you can see, I don't know who that is as far as she's obviously one of the revolutionaries, but you can also see the Mockingjay symbol on the
Yeah.
back there. The fact that even in the Capitol, it looks like, people have really embraced this resistance.
Yeah, this kind of insurgency, really.
And yeah, here's a look at one of those traps we were talking about. That the city is ready to turn against them. Basically,
That's not fudge, right?
that is
That's
not
probably
fudge.
oil.
Nothing good happens if that touches you,
Yeah.
and you want to get away from it.
Oop.
And there are some happy times. We'll talk a little bit more about
Little hoot nanny
this
going on.
sequence in a little bit as we go down here. Yeah, and just all out, sort of destruction and war. Much more in this film. Again, if you felt like the last one was too slow paced, I think you'd be much happier. This is a familiar moment. This kind of happens in every movie.
Why does she still look shocked every time they do that? It's
Right.
like, you're the Mockingjay.
They really like it.
Okay, now why is he shackled?
I'm glad you asked, Jim, because as you recall, or not, the end of the last film, Peeta kind of lost it.
Yeah,
he was
tried to choke her
He was
out.
returned to them, but not feeling so hot, and had been kind of programmed to think of her as the enemy. And so, while yes, there's a certain plot reasons they need him with them, but they can't exactly trust him. So he is accompanying them on their mission, but has to be restrained and watched over at all times, lest he snap.
Natalie Dorner.
This is the too evil scene.
Yes. Hip hip hooray!
As they all gather. Again, though, you're getting a good look at just the chaos in this movie. It kind of looks like this guy's kind of firing into the crowd.
Hey, look at the posters too. Those aren't those the posters from the previous movies that they put out?
I think
Like
they
their
might
portrait
be,
posters?
which kind of works in universe for especially the characters that were Hunger Games champions.
Yeah.
That they would have this imagery of them. We'll kind of get another look at some of that.
Do they have like sports bars in Panem where they have like their stuff hanging on the wall?
I would like to believe so, right? Let's see.
There's
and then we get,
Finnick, right?
Yeah, this is kind of a cool little moment here for Finnick, getting to show off his skills in a bigger way.
Okay,
and
we're
let's
also
talk about
what
this.
the hell is that thing?
What
When did
the
it turn into like
hell?
Resident Evil or?
What it's interesting here because the first film did contain at the end the mutations, the mutts. They fought those sort of wolf-type dog creatures that attacked them, but they definitely scaled it down from the books, where it was much more fantastical, sci-fi. Those creatures were supposed to have the eyes of the people who'd already died in the Hunger Games, very creepy and unsettling. They pulled back from that. It looks like they're going to go more into the more explicit sci-fi element with these mutts in this film. Actually, I don't even have to.
Reminds me of The Descent a lot, actually.
Yeah,
these
these eyeless, creepy creatures that in the books are described as part lizard, part man. They can run on both 4 legs and 2 legs, and
Eesh.
definitely
Kind of like Priest, too.
but not your buddies.
He's got some guns, though. I'll give him that.
Right. Definitely tough here.
See, they're patching it.
Get a little glimpse at Eldon Henson, now of Daredevil fame.
Yes, Foggy Nelson.
Returning as Pollux in the
but
background.
he doesn't
there.
say anything, so.
Doesn't say anything. All I'll say here is we know Finnick. He's got his love of his life, Annie. She's only appeared a little bit in the last couple films. Safe to say, I don't know, guys. She's got a white dress. There's a celebration going on.
Toast.
Maybe they're having a happy moment.
If anybody's ever seen a Western where there's a wedding,
Yeah.
the banditos ride in and shoot everyone to hell.
I don't know what you're talking about. Everything's going to remain happy. Again, traps everywhere they go is a big deal in this film.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah. And, you want to watch out.
Julianne Moore back as President
President
Coin,
who in the last film, she was definitely an ally to Katniss, showed a lot of support. But I think, we're going to get to see different nuances to her. I wanted to make a horrible pun about seeing different sides of the coin. I just did it. This film.
Take that, Daft Punk.
Yeah. Okay, here's a better look at what we were talking about here. The wanted posters for all our main characters here.
Well, that's pretty cool, though. You got your really like kick-ass looking wanted poster.
I know,
that's
right?
totally worth being
really
a revolutionary.
Large, yeah.
I know, man. They went all in.
And here, I believe this is probably Katniss and Gale trying to be incognito in the
by
Capitol,
wearing giant hoods
in the Capitol.
Yes.
Well, everyone wears outlandish giant
so.
things here. If you know the book, this is a very emotional moment. There.
Are they dropping in copies of the interview?
Yes, that's exactly
like
what
North
they're
Korea?
dropping. Yes.
Okay.
Here's a moment here I might get torn apart by book readers here because I
Uh-oh.
don't recall this from the book. So I think this might be an invention for the film, or maybe something that was a very quick moment that they've escalated. I think this might be one more set piece of one more trap, but I don't recall this explicitly in the book. I reread it pretty recently. Of this sort of parking garage ground going after them. Now people in the comments can say, it's page 237. You should remember this. But yeah, I think they kind of might have thrown in one more big get the hell out of here moment in this whole confrontation. Oh,
okay. Let's go back and
there.
Jenna Malone.
Jenna Malone, her only appearance in this trailer as Joanna, if you recall in the last film, was also kidnapped along with Peeta. Well, not kidnapped, but taken at the end of the second film. We didn't really get a look at what happened to her. We know that Peeta was basically brainwashed. We'll get to see more of what she went through in this film.
Our producer Kyle says that she's doing her Alien 3 cosplay.
Yes, which we believe Alien 3 in this future is like the only like existing popular film that stuck around. Oh, and here's a pretty good look at our eyeless buddy here. It's like you're trying to get him in the eyes, but you're not going to have any luck there, Katniss.
I need some braces there, pal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, okay, this one. What the hell? When are they all? Is this how it ends? They all go off to see cats. That would bring people together.
This is the character Tigress. I hope I pronounced this actress's name correctly. Eugene Bondurant, perhaps. Another aspect of the books that I feel like was downplayed in the other films. I mean, it was there, but not as explicit, or maybe not as gone into depth. Is the sort of the way that the people in the Capitol are so grotesque with their plastic surgery and they're wanting to look like different things and how they transform their bodies.
Mind you, we live in Los Angeles.
We live in LA. She is meant to be an extreme within this society, but I still feel like maybe the other films didn't quite push how this was already in the Capitol a thing. So she is a former Hunger Games stylist who actually, I believe in the books, even President Snow thought had gone too far and took her off the job with what she had done to herself. but she will be
Thundercats,
encountered
oh.
traveling through the city and be an important character at
I
one
hope
point.
she gets a spinoff.
Perhaps she will. And you got your Peeta Katniss Kiss here, but he looks pretty distraught. Things don't look like
Yeah.
they're going so
I'm
great.
still, and I know somebody will spoil this for me, but I do wonder which one she ends up with.
I won't say.
I wonder.
And a very meaningful moment. Obviously, she's shooting her arrow. Lots of people watching. This is quite the spectator thing happening here. But again, in the Hunger Games,
It sounds like somebody's getting put down.
people are
Probably
always
just
watching
answered
you.
my own question.
Well, all your questions will be answered, Jim, come this November 19th.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching, guys. Keep it here at IGN for all things Hunger Games.